Welcome to lecture number 27 of ECE 463-663 Modern Control. Today's topic is designing full-order observers using LQG methods. Now, a little bit of background. Given a dynamic system, x dot equals ax plus bu, y equals cx, you can stabilize the system by using full state feedback, where the feedback gains kx can be computed using Bhaskara or pole placement, or LQR methods. Your pick. If you have a condition where the states are not measured, they can be estimated using a full-order observer. And here the feedback gains h can be found also using pole placement, which we did before. Or today, I want to show that you can also find those gains using LQR methods. Like the feedback gains, LQR is just another tool to find stabilizing sets of gains. The trick to finding the feedback gain h using LQR methods is I replace A with A transpose, B is replaced with C transpose, and the feedback gain you get, instead of being kx, is now your observer gain h, or actually h transpose. Once I find h using LQR methods, it goes into my plant and observer as follows. The observer has the same dynamics as the plant, plus I feedback h times the difference between y minus y hat, which is going to be hc times x, or h times y, minus hc times x hat. For example, suppose I want to build an observer for the metal bar. The first step is to find Q and R. After some trial and error, initially let's let Q be the identity matrix RB1. Using LQR methods, what I do is instead of A and B, I use A transpose, C transpose, and the feedback gain that I calculate is now H transpose. So transpose it and I get H. H should be a column vector. If I look at the eigenvalues of my observer, A minus HC, I can see that they're all stable. This property of LQR methods, I always get a stable system. And here's my dominant pole. That says the observer will converge in about 5 seconds. The augmented system, plant plus observer, is then as follows. I get my plant, the zero matrix, HC, A minus HC, like we had on the previous slide. The B matrix, whatever goes to the plant, also goes to the observer. And just for fun, let's look at everything. Let's look at all the observer states, and I'll have an initial condition on the plant that the observer doesn't see. Let's see if the observer can track the plant states. If I now take the step response, I'll see that here's the plant states, they're non-zero. Here's the observer states. Fairly quickly, the observer states track the plant states. If I want to speed up the observer, what I do is I change the weightings. I can sit there and change the weightings on Q. Just use trial and error, see what works. What seems to work best is changing the weightings on the second state, Q2. If I do that, I get a new set of observer gains, and I get a quicker system. Now it converges in about 5 seconds. So that's kind of the exact idea behind LQR observer designs. You have Q and R, they're just knobs you can play with. Play with Q until the settling time is about what you want. A second example is, let's look at the Gantry system, where the output is position. If I want to design an observer, I pick Q, pick R to find the feedback gains, or the observer gains H. Again, Q is kind of arbitrary. Play with the gains until the system is as fast as you want. Here, after a little bit of trial and error, I wound up with these gains. 1,000 on the third state, that's velocity. What that does is that places the closed loop poles of the observer around -4 and -5, giving about a 1 second settling time for the observer. If I then give it initial conditions on the plant, that's these 4 states, the observer doesn't know that, its initial condition is 0, and take the step response, I'll see that the observer states quickly track the plant states. Here the plant is unstable, so the plant's taking off to infinity, and the observer is following it off to infinity. If I add full state feedback to stabilize the plant, and then use the same observer, or I've added now the closed loop system where instead of A minus BKX, the observer gains, feedback gains go to the observer. I can now look at the step response and see that in spite of the difference in the initial condition, the observer is converging in about 1 second. The transient is really wild. That's because initially the observer states are wrong. When I start feeding back the observer states and they're wrong, I get pretty erratic responses. Once the observer states converge, however, the error should stay 0, they should stay converged, and the second step response will be very clean. So that's the idea behind designing observers with LQR methods. Q and R are just knobs you can play with. One advantage, however, is if I have multiple outputs. I have problems dealing with multiple outputs with Bhaskara. With LQR techniques, multiple outputs are a breeze. It doesn't care. Suppose, for example, with the Cartan pendulum system, I can measure both position and angle. With Bhaskara, what I would do is I would throw out one measurement because I can't handle multiple outputs. With LQR, it's fine. Go ahead and use 2 outputs. So choose Q, choose R, find the observer gains using LQR methods. Now C is a 2x4 matrix. I have 2 outputs. And the observer gains H, I now have 2 columns. This is the update based upon the position measurement. This is the update based upon the angle measurement. And the eigenvalues. So note with LQR methods, you can handle 2 outputs without any problems. The observer gains H also have 2 columns, one for position, one for angle. Then the step response for the plant plus the observer will actually be a little bit better. With more information, I can get better estimates. And if the initial conditions match, again, I'll get about the same response. Note, it does make some sense what the observer gains are. I've got 2 measurements, position and angle. The position primarily updates the first and third state. That's your position and velocity. The angle measurement primarily updates the second and fourth state. That's angle and angular velocity. The other gains are non-zero. There is information about angle based upon position. There is information about position based upon angle. But they are doing about what you expect. So that's kind of observer designs using LQR methods. Essentially, Q and R are just knobs you can play with. I adjust the knobs until the observer is as fast as I want. An advantage of using LQR methods, if I have multiple outputs, I can use all the outputs that I have.